On today's episode, we talk about two of the biggest brands in jiu-jitsu dropping a collab.
PGF moves to a 3-month season.
More listener questions.
I made my family disappear. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the BJJ Balance podcast. My name is Matt. I'm here with the sick of the sick, literally sick, Kenny Freak Party Wilson, changing it up on you guys. What's going on, guys?
Fucking A. Matt, I am feeling like death right now, so I apologize to the folks out there if you hear me and I sound like shit. That's why. My bad. I'll try to cut the coughs out as much as I can, but
you're sick a lot. And speaking of sick, your boy had been out of TRT for like almost 3 weeks.
That's why you were getting ready to cry in the last podcast, huh?
I'm pretty emotional. The guy, I like my wife accidentally broke one of my vials because your boy was lazy and I left it laying around like an idiot. And I broke a vial. So I was moody. I was like cranky. I trained like crap. I was just kind of like, meh, you know what I mean? Right. And I got in a fight with my wife. Over it. Later that week, and it wasn't over the vials. I understand that's on me. And you know, this fight is probably on me too. She's 100% in the right. Everybody knows I'm trying to drop some pounds. Everybody knows that. It's well written. Your boy wants to get shredded, if whatever that may look like for me. So I'm trying to lose weight. Well, we had donuts at the house. Okay. A couple, the little brown ones. They weren't the powdery ones. They weren't the chocolate ones. They were the little brown ones. There was like 4 of them. Okay. Wife wants to go to bed. All good. I'm using the restroom and she's like, I look over my shoulder. She's like, hey, you're not coming to bed with me? And I'm all, no, I'm going to stay up. I don't have to train tomorrow. I'm just going to have some of those donuts and I'm going to watch some YouTube. And she's like, you shouldn't have those donuts. And I'm all, it's all good. I got it. Don't worry. I'm going to eat these donuts. I got it. It's okay. I'll be fine. And then all of a sudden I hear the front door open. Boop, boop. I'm all, the little noise, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, huh, maybe she's taking the diapers outside or something. Then I hear it open again. And I'm like, and I'm walking back to the kitchen and I see her. And I'm like, what'd you do? She's like, I threw those donuts away. I'm all, bro. Fucking rage, dude. Whatever little bit of testosterone I had left in my system, I was fucking mad, bro, because I wanted those donuts so fucking bad at that moment. We had an early fucking late dinner or whatever, late lunch, so we didn't really have dinner. I was fucking wanting them, and I was so fucking mad. And I was like, you know what? And I freaking started my truck from in the house. There, boom, started. She's like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm going to fucking Jack in the Box. And my fucking big ass drove the Jack in the Box and ran up a $30 order.
Damn.
A Jack in the Box just for me. Didn't even eat all the food. Don't trip. But your boy was just stuffing his face out of just pure anger. And you know, she was right. She was right. But that pissed me off. Would that piss you off, Kenny?
Yeah. No, that would infuriate me. My wife will make the comments like that, but she won't prevent me from doing it. Like she won't. If I bought something food wise, she won't throw it away. So they
were just there.
I think it's a man thing.
They were there.
I think it's a man thing, dude. I think it's a, as men, we go our whole lives like as children and we're being told no. And then when you become an adult, especially when you're an adult and you're like your single years, you're like, I can do whatever I want. If I can afford it and I'm willing to take the legal consequences that come with it, like I can do whatever I want. And when somebody takes that away from you, it almost like puts you back in that like childhood mentality. You're just like, fuck, like now you're like, it's my decision to say no. Don't say no for me. And that irks people. So, yeah, I mean, she was 100% in the right. And in retrospect, the next day I got my shots and I was like, oh, I feel good. And I'm like, thank you for not. I'm appreciative, honey, of not eating those donuts, but don't ever fucking do that shit again. I was fucking mad, dude. I was throwing a little temper tantrum, a little tiff. I was like, man, if she would have put a move on me that night, if she would have reached over and been like, honey, I would have went, get you. I would have
No, I would have said no. I was that emotional about it. 3 little basic ass donuts.
That's funny.
And so, yeah, that's crazy. And then I had one buddy going like, well, you should have went back to the trash can and grabbed them out and eat them. I was like, nah, bro, that's gross. I could not do that.
Yeah. Just the
that's
principle.
like,
even if they didn't touch it.
I could pop a squat and do a number 2 and pee and have my piss resting in there, but I can't piss and then not flush and then sit down and then take a shit.
Yeah, because you're afraid pee's going to come up on your butt.
Yeah, but if you're sitting down while you're pooping and then pee, it's cool. But like if you're freaking, I don't get that. That's just bro science, you know? I don't know.
I get it.
So yeah, I said no, and yeah, so it was a wild weekend, but we're all good. She's a great wife. I love her and I appreciate what she did. But at the moment, your boy was angry, very angry.
I've got a quick topic real quick that this was a question, but it's kind of a long one. So I don't want to do this in the listener question section, but somebody reached out and said, from a hobbyist perspective, does purchasing instructionals actually advance your game measurably, or is there enough free content to supplement? And how do you know which system to investigate? There's more to this question. If I'm gone for 2 hours at class, it'll be hard to sell my wife that I'm going to watch another hour learning half guard.
Well, you should be watching your half guard on the shitter, like all of us fucking married men. I mean, you watch your instructionals while you're taking a dump. I mean, that's what I do. But
right, unless your wife
instructionals help.
Unless your wife does jiu-jitsu and you have somebody at home to drill these things with, you're just watching it to hopefully retain some information.
What is he doing? How he cannot be shitting for 45 minutes? Oh, I'm not. That thing is just rolling around the bowl. Your boy's deep into some Marcelo Garcia instructional right now.
Here's a question. What do you think is more beneficial? Watching an instructional when you're sitting there, or watching footage of your own rolls and dissecting where you went wrong?
I think it depends on what level you're at. If you're at a higher level, then watching your own rolls, you can see where you're fucking up. But if you're low level and you don't even know the intricacies of the moves or of the position, instructionals can help. Instructionals obviously work because if they didn't, no one would be buying them anymore. They obviously do work. Personally, I've never really bought one. Just because financially, when coming up in the game, and it was never, I had to like, am I going to eat? Am I going to feed my dog? You know what I mean? Right. Like, it's like, I just never really was about that. And the phone thing wasn't really huge. So I had to like pop the DVD in the damn DVD player. You know what I mean? Right. But,
yeah, I think a lot of dudes in their 20s don't get how different it was for us in our 20s, dudes in our 40s, how like smartphone, like when I was 20 years old, smartphones didn't exist. That wasn't even a phrase that had ever been muttered. We had flip phones, a Razor. That was like the cutting edge technology.
The Razor, the Razor, the chocolate. I had the chocolate. It had an iPod in it. You flip it up.
Yep, I remember that.
Or the what's the one that flipped forward and backwards? The fucking sidekick.
Yep.
Oh,
I had a sidekick.
That you see in the early 2000s, cell phones were way fucking cooler.
They were
because your cell phone was kind of like what kind of shoes you wear.
It's an extension
of what kind of cell phone you had. Yeah. Like your identity could be your phone. Now everybody has the 2 same fucking phones, maybe 3. You know what I mean? Yeah. There's 3 phones that everybody has, and they're all the fucking same. Back then, yeah, my phone does this, my phone does that, my phone flips this way. I was like, everybody's like, oh shit, that's the new one, like. And we had ringtones. We'd buy them and shit.
I brought that up to Jason the other day in class. I was like, remember ringtones? Like you would like, that was a whole industry. Like that was like a booming, like economic industry for a couple years. Like people were making money off of like monetizing ringtones from, whatever song was popular at the time. Again, this is the MTV era where there were still music videos on MTV and stuff. So like, you would get ringtones.
Back in the day when I had a cell phone, I would we would put our custom voicemails in. I'd like put on some like fucking say it's some chop suey or some fucking metal, and I'd have it just and then I'd fade it away with the volume. And I go, what's up, guys? You reach Matt's phone. You leave a message to beep, and I'll get back to you when I can.
And then
thanks.
Turn it back up.
And then and then and I just had my crazy or like fucking. That was just what we did back then.
And it's so now people don't even
voicemails full all day, every day.
Nobody's leaving voicemails. Nobody's checking voicemails. My kid doesn't even talk on the phone. You know what I think is weird? This is a younger generation thing. Kids FaceTime all the time now. All the time. Mm-hmm. Instead of making a phone call, they'll FaceTime. They won't even look at the phone. The phone might be facing on the desk, staring at the ceiling. So the other person is just seeing the ceiling fan. But they'll be on FaceTime instead of a phone call. I don't get that.
I'm like, no, it's on the ear. My daughter, like, what the fuck? She'll be like, hello? I was like, I don't see him. I'm like, no, it's on the ear. Oh, hello?
Yeah. Yeah. It's a weird
Which thing. Makes sense. Why you figure like FaceTime is better if you could just see the person.
Right. Well, they say a lot of, communication is body language and tone of voice. So if I can only hear the tone of voice on the phone, I only know part of what you're saying. If I can see your facial expressions while I hear the tone of voice, and like I'm getting the full communication experience. And that's why text message, you have none of that. So text message, you can be reading it and it's just like, I'm on my way home, or it's like, I'm on my way home. You're like, whoa,
Yeah. Yeah. Every time my wife texts me, it's angry. And she's like, I wasn't even mad. I'm like, I just assume.
In my head.
I'm late from jiu-jitsu. I just assume you're pissed. On my way. Okay. Oh shit. Want a coffee? K. Oh, that she's mad. Double K, you're mad. Triple K, you're racist. Kenny, you sound like ass, dude.
I do. I feel like it too.
Hey, that level black drop.
Oh, the Checkmat drop? The one that we've been teasing on here for fucking
collab.
months?
Yeah, the Checkmat Level Black collab. Holy shit. You could lose $1,000 real quick and be very okay with it.
Yeah. 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 I think they were smart. So normally, as I'm sure people who listen to us know, if you've ever bought Level Black, when they release something, it's one and done. Like they will never bring that same kit back ever again. They might bring another version of it back with different colors or something like that, but they'll never re-release something twice. And when they drop something, usually it's already produced and ready to go. Like they've got it in the warehouse ready to ship out. You buy it on a Saturday when the drop comes out, and they're shipping it on Monday. So the crazy thing is that they didn't do that with this Checkmat drop. They are doing a pre-order for 2 weeks, giving the whole world, because just Checkmat's worldwide. We're going to give the whole world 2 weeks to pre-order this kit, and then after the pre-order closes, it'll be another 4 weeks for delivery.
That's crazy. Man, that's good, man. I liked everything. I liked everything. There's not one thing that I didn't think would look bad.
And he posted something last night. He said the average ticket was between $500 and $700 every single order.
I don't. It takes real art and it takes real skill to hit on everything.
Yeah.
He hits on everything. Like everything that they put out. There's not, maybe like, I like everything. I'm like, that's pretty fucking sick. Look at this. What do you guys think of this one? I'm like, that's fucking fire. Like, right. I feel like he could just have all denim gi and somehow make that shit look good. I'm like, I want it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Everything that Level Black puts out is fucking gas.
Yeah, he did a good job, and fuck, man, I think Checkmat's gonna show up and show out as an organization and just fucking
imagine just being sitting at home and just. I'd have my notifications on every time an order went in. Bing, bing, like 500, 5. I'm like, holy shit, dude.
Well, here's the crazy. Can you imagine? So, like, maybe this is just me because I was in the military and whatnot, but there comes a point in time where, like, when you're in the military and you're looking around, like, you feel a part of something, right? And it's if you're a Checkmat student, you feel a part of something. But when you go to an event that, let's say that the first 5 competitions, the first 5 IBJJFs that happen after this kit actually gets into the public's hands, you're going to be able to look around. You're going to see people are going to be wearing these to every jiu-jitsu world. But you know what I mean? Like that gi and everything. It's like, it's such a dope gi. It's got Checkmat branding all over it. And you're just going to see a sea of Checkmat people, and you're going to be like, that's my person. That's my person. That's my, you know what I mean? Like
the hoodie and the shorts too, or the hoodie and the sweats were sick too.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
it's like a legit team uni. Like you could wear that hoodie and those sweats to tournaments as a team and look fucking clean as fuck.
Yep. I agree.
So, and I think that's what he was going for. So, yeah, fucking shout out Checkmat. Shout out fucking LevelxBlack. That's a sick ass collab.
A lot of history in that too. You know what I mean? Just between with Leo, just as who he is to jiu-jitsu and whatnot. When I was talking to Clayton about when he first had the meeting with Leo about this, like nothing was signed, you know, but it was just like, hey, let's meet up and talk about this idea I've got, kind of a thing. And he said it was like a pretty long meeting. They went out to dinner. I think Francisco Lowe was with them. And he's just like, he goes, dude, there's so much about Leo that I didn't even know that there's this knowledge just being dropped on me. Like he's had his hand in this and he's had his hand in that. And like, you know, this is why this is this way. And this is why this is that way. And Leo's involvement in just jiu-jitsu as a whole from like, you know, the highest level. So I think
you can't have so many schools and not be a great businessman.
Right.
So, I mean, as world-class Hall of Fame level Leo is at jiu-jitsu, he's probably equally as good at business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you can't say that he's not. That's bucket list for me too. I'd love to be able to talk. And I think we can get that to happen, have him on the podcast and talk about his upcoming and some blue belt stories from Leo Vera when he was a blue belt. You know what I mean? How different competing was back there, how life and death it was in Brazil. The win was important. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, I mean,
I think it'd be really cool.
I mean, a lot of people are looking at it like this is my meal ticket out of the favelas and like, you know, to a better life. If I can be if I can become this guy.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be excited. That'd be exciting. That'd be an interview like that. We don't like to do a lot of interviews, but that would be a really, really good one. PGF coming out with some crazy news. They're going to have their draft. Which we got invited to. Unfortunately, we cannot go to the media day, the media day, all that. But hopefully we could get to the finals for the finals. It's going to be like a 3-week long season this year, PGF.
Yeah, no, 3 month.
Or 3 months. Sorry. It's going to be a 3-month long season at PGF.
Which is crazy because
which is great.
Remember how many matches there were in a night? This is what's going to make it more palatable too for the watcher at home. Is when they were running PGF over a week, it's only 4 days of regular season competition, and then day 5, Friday, is the finals. So they have to have, because there's what is it, 4 teams, 5 people in, there's 20 competitors. They all roll 3 matches a night, which just destroys, you know, it's tough on the body. 3 hard highest level competition matches, and then you got to do it the next day. So I don't think they're going to be doing 3 matches per night per person, because even if you broke up each day into a week, that would only be a month long. So they're doing 3 months. I think it's literally going to be 1 match a night for each guy. So you're still going to get 10 matches a night, but it just won't be 30 matches a night.
And everybody's going to fight everybody this year. There's going to be none of that. Like, I never saw that guy. You're going to see the matchup you want to see as the storylines build through the season. It's at a bigger venue, bigger mat space. It's going to be insane.
It's going to give people an opportunity too, because they should know what their match is the upcoming week. They're going to be able to train for that person. You know what I mean? It's not like I got to train for 3 people. Like I can really put a game plan together based off of, you know, me going up against, you know, I'm just going to throw a name out there, Elijah Carlton or something like that. You know what I mean? So it's like, I know I can really study Elijah Carlton's game. I can watch all the previous seasons of PGF and see how he competed and whatnot and what his game plan is. And I can really like try to build a plan around that and how I'm going to emphasize my game and oppose his. So I think it's
going to be really exciting to see when this gets built to as I think PGF is the future to get us our fix of like football, basketball, baseball, because I think Brandon BMAC's so dedicated to this being what his staple in the game. I think, and him and Zoltan's passion for this, I think it's they're going to be the ones to get us that feel like I like this team. This is my team. And you like that team. This is your team. Right. And like, we got this fighter for 3 years and now there's 32 teams and we're in different locations and different venues. Like, I think they're the ticket. We're always going to have CJI. We're always going to have ADCC, IBJJF. But if you're looking for season long, like get that sports fix, I think PGF is the one that's going to be able to do that.
And a 3-month season is a good season length. You know what I mean? So it's like, this is something that, and you don't have to like contribute 8 hours on a Wednesday to watch all the matches. You know what I mean? Like, these were long nights that Matt and I were there for. Like, what, it started at 4 and we're not leaving
4 to like 10.
Yeah. So 6 hours we're sitting there watching jiu-jitsu, and there's no like break or like intermission or anything like that. It's just match after match after match. So not having to sit there for 6 hours and maybe it's only 2 hours, you know, to get through all the matches like that makes it a lot easier to like to watch. You know,
I don't know how the format's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be like teams, like this team's playing this team this week and this team's playing this team this week. I don't know how they're going to do it. Like this team's playing this team on Monday, then this team's playing this team on Tuesday, and then, you know what I mean? And then the next week that's the, you know what I mean? I don't know how that's going to work yet, but man, I'm fucking jacked for it. Anytime I can get 3 months of jiu-jitsu for free on TV, live grappling, fantastic.
And so then moving to a larger venue, I guess we don't know the specifics of this, but you know, part of what made PGF cool,
bigger mat space.
Bigger mat space. And what about the crowd? Is this something that people are going to be? I guess that's a question we'll have to ask.
The couches are going to be the barrier.
Okay,
is what I'm hearing. It's going to look sick. Vaguely, I don't know. I can't say too much, but like, it's going to be there's going to be like a warning track and it's a big mat space. It's a better venue. It's going to be sick.
Cool.
I can't say too much more yet, but it's going to be good.
Sweet. We got some listener questions. Not a ton, but there's a few here. First one. What would this is from Matt _ or Davis _ MD, Matt Davis. What would your UFC nickname be?
What about yours?
This is a tough one because I feel like
nicknames are given. They're given. You're not
right.
You're earned, not given.
Well, then you end up.
You can't just say yourself.
If you pick the wrong one, you end up with you know, like a Bilal. Remember the name? You know what I mean? Like, that's so corny, bro.
Especially if no one can remember his name.
Right. So
I'd probably just go like O's Nation, or I'd probably go like Meathead or something. I don't know.
I think Matt Meathead Vega that flows. Matt Nation Vega. People be like, what the fuck? I don't.
Oh, Sky. Yeah. You're that one guy. Matt, you're that one guy, Vega. Yeah, I'm that one guy.
Yeah, and then again, like Kenny Freak Party Wilson, that doesn't flow. I don't know. Something corny.
All the cool names are gone.
Right.
They're like all the cool nicknames.
Killer Kenny, something like that. I don't know.
Killer Kenny. That's 2 Ks.
Yep. Careful.
Well,
Wilson throws the third one off, so we're good.
KKW, dude.
Yeah, all good nicknames are taken.
You know where the Ku Klux Klan shops? KKK Mart. No, that's a dumb joke. Blue.
Jesus Christ, man.
They're out of business for a reason.
They still exist in other countries.
Screw white supremacists. Huh?
Kmart's in other countries. Kmart's still a big thing in Australia.
Yeah, they used to sell Champion gear at Kmart.
Yeah, I remember that.
For cheap. And now you can't get a Champion hoodie for under $75.
Remember when Champion was the Kmart brand and you were embarrassed to wear it, and Starter was the hot shit, and now Starter is sold at Walmart and Champion is this. I'm like, what the fuck happened?
Reebok's at Walmart too.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Reebok's fucking for the pores. But like, yeah, you're not going to make me confirm. I'm not going to stop wearing Vans. I'm not going to stop wearing freaking these brands that are cool. All you youngsters cannot prove me wrong to tell me that Champion is cooler than fucking Nike. You're not, or Fila or fucking, New Balance rather. You're not going to say New Balance shoes are better than Vans or they're better than J's.
Right.
You're not, or they're not even on the same level. No. Maybe I am being old. Maybe I'm fucking an old head, but New Balance is an old man shoe.
That's a corny shoe.
Period.
They're ugly. They're ugly.
They're ugly. Yeah. You can't turn it around. We're going to bring back next British Knights, LA Gear.
LA Gear. I had
what's next?
I had the white and black LA
Foams.
Gears with the black and silver laces, the Raider fucking LA Gears.
Soaps. We're going to bring back soaps. Heelys. Are we bringing back Heelys?
We're doing a Heely soap collab.
You own Heelys. I know you own Heelys.
Never owned Heelys.
Kenny, you look like a guy who owned this. You didn't own any Heelys.
Nope. Never.
You were a rollerblader.
I know. That's why I didn't own Heelys. I thought it was corny. Do the real thing.
You're missing 3 wheels, dude.
Yep. Pussy.
Shred. I rollerbladed one time. Broke my ass cheeks in front of some girls at the roller rink, and I was the most pain I've ever been in my life. I literally wanted my grandma. I was like, "Where's my grandma?" I was like, "Grammy." And boy, I was just wheeled off all slow, fucked up, dude.
Oof.
My landing on your tailbone is the worst.
Fucking A. I want to shout someone out real quick. Zuhair. He's a Checkmat Corona student there, and a listener of the pod. He got married this weekend. So congratulations to you on the marriage, brother. Marriage is the hardest, most difficult, but most rewarding thing that you will do, even more so than jiu-jitsu. So fucking congrats, dude. I hope you got a good one. And yeah.
Bonjour, Zuhair. What a name. No nickname needed, dude.
Nope.
Fucking a Weembaway. Dude, that's a hell of a fucking name. She's lucky to have it. I don't know if it's your last name or your first name. Whatever. You have one of those names that could only be the only name. Congrats on the wedding. 48-hour rule. Implement it. It is the trick to a good marriage. If you don't know what the 48-hour rule is, that means she can shut you down, but then she has 48 hours to make it up to you. And vice versa. That is the 48-hour rule.
There you go.
And that's how you keep it going. But congrats, dude. Not easy. And hopefully she supports jiu-jitsu because we don't want to lose you.
We got some listener questions. This is from Ghostwriter85. How many times have you blamed a fart on a squeaky gi and just hoped for the best? I've never had a squeaky gi. Is that a thing?
Squeaky wheel gets the juice. I've never done it, but I do have the greatest jiu-jitsu story ever told. It's not the greatest O story ever told. This is the greatest jiu-jitsu story ever told. Your boy was a white belt. What? Spazzy as fuck. No stripes. Helicopter knot, the whole deal. I'm rolling in my MMA class at the time with the MMA team because that's what I was training, thought I was going to be. And I'm rolling, and my boy locks up a triangle, a real tight one. I stack him. He farts. And this fart was bad. All the TRT original blend, all the protein, just, and he looks at me and goes, "Secret weapon." That's a true ass story. I fucking tapped. Hell yeah. I was like, bro, I had pink eye and a whole fucking thing, dude. Mouth was open, had a mouthpiece. Because I was MMA, I have a mouthpiece in. I was like, and it was like $1 one that you had to fucking soak in hot water. Ruined my mouthpiece, ruined my fucking neck. I felt the heat on my neck, dude.
Wrist lock Johnny, man. I think someone just topped you, bro.
That was the boy. He said secret weapon. He's like, oops, secret weapon. I'm like, well, he didn't let go. He just kept it in there, dude. I'm like,
he's waiting for the tap.
Bro, a relentless weapon of mass destruction.
Bro, that is such
so. But no, I've never. Every time I fart or every time I make someone, I've made many fart. I made JB. Shout out JB. I made him fart a couple weeks ago. A little shoulder pressure. Your boy, maybe that your boy knows how to fucking get some gas out of somebody with some pressure. And I always say secret weapon.
That's hilarious.
So that's what we call it. You fart in class, you say secret weapon, and everybody will laugh, and it's all good.
There you go. Now you don't have to hope for the best or blame it on the squeaky gee. Just hit him with the secret weapon.
Just say secret weapon, and everybody will laugh.
Yep. Fucking pro tip. Jacob Smith, 8880, best beginner guard for a high calorie grappler. Asking for a friend.
Beginner guard is stay on top. But if you're going to have to play guard, just get to the sleeves, bro. If you're high calorie grappler, that means you probably got a little bit in the front. That's hard to bring your knees to your chest. So get your hands to the sleeves. If your hands are on the sleeves, that gives them another thing they have to fight to open your guard, especially if you can't close your legs. So get your hands on the sleeves and get off the collar. You're probably hanging on the collar or you're hanging on the necktie too much, and you need to be trapping an arm, or you need to be on the sleeves, and your guard will get better. Half guard is good. Starting guard for anybody. Lasso is the way when you get ready for it.
Mark Leg Action. Fuck the gorilla question. You wipe in front to back or back to front? Hot debate at work.
I don't know. I'm front to back. I'm not wiping the shit to the bag.
Because some people wipe.
Are we wiping the shit? People wipe the shit to the bag?
That's weird.
They bring it to.
Well, here's the thing. Some people wipe between their legs, which is weird to me. I have large balls, so my balls. You
stand?
I'll tilt.
You stand?
No, I'll tilt from the toilet and come from the back. So I'll wipe from the fucking box, the gooch, towards the top of the crack.
I'm a leaner, yeah.
Yeah, lean. Yeah, I've done that since I was a kid.
Lean with it, rock with it.
But if
lean with it, I lean.
So if you lean and you wipe from down towards the balls, that's just dangerous. But if you stand up, but if you go between the legs and you wipe back to front, that's real dangerous because the balls are right there dangling.
Yeah, you got to lean. It's front to back with the lean. If you stand up,
yeah,
you have never standed gayer trying to wipe your ass.
Pants
if you stand up and wipe your ass, you that's the gayest thing you could do. And I know we're coming into June, but dudes who stand up and wipe their ass, you fucking arched back, you're looking over your shoulder, you're reaching back. That's some gay. No, keep your butt planted and lean like a normal man. But yeah, no, I guess front to back. I'm not wiping. I'm not bringing poo to the bag.
No, that's terrible. And as a father,
people know way too much about me and you on this podcast.
As a father of daughters,
they all know I lean to the left because I got a bad right knee.
As a father of daughters, I'm right-handed, so I gotta have it. Yeah. So as a father of daughters, you teach your daughters not to wipe because that can get in there. You know what I mean? You got to wipe the opposite.
You can get in there.
Yeah. So why would I? Yeah. Why would I do any different?
Who do you work with?
Yeah, Mark. Yeah.
Who do you work for? Number 2.
Those.
I feel like that's going to be our opening clip right there, dude. Standing up is the gayest thing you do, and wiping your ass is the gayest thing you do. That's going to be our teaser.
Fucking A, dude. That's it for questions, brother.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
The pigeon lady in Home Alone 2 could get it.
What? She can? That was the most random shit. Kevin, run! We'll catch you guys on the next one. Have a good one. Oh.